up, Ike?
Yep.
What's up, dude? How was CEDIA? It was good seeing there with Michael and Brad, and yeah, you guys look like you're hanging out, having fun. And tell us how it
Yeah,
was.
it was great, being at CEDIA for the very first time. So it was, I wasn't sure what to expect, but it was a great experience, and I'm actually looking forward to being at the next one. I think it's gonna be in Denver, in Colorado. So I've been looking for a reason to go out there anyway. So
Damn. Because I hear the next Vid Summit is gonna be in Dallas next year. I'm like, I'm like, if I would just stay for 2 weeks, if they were both in the same city. Now it's just like, oh crap.
Yeah, I think it used to be like they do it twice back to back.
They do it twice. They do it twice in this. Yeah. So when I was going, it was 2 in San Diego, then it was 2 in Denver, and then 2 in Dallas, and then they're going back to Denver. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, but I'm not sure if Dallas got the second one, but that might be.
Well, I think there was a COVID one. Yeah, there was a COVID one.
Yeah, so they probably just decided to keep on with the rotation or whatever plan they had.
So Ike, after seeing all these crazy systems, right? You come back to your home theater, which you have a pretty nice setup. Was there anything you're like, oh man, I want to change that up?
Yeah, you're going to
some of the stuff here.
How was the Macintosh room?
Dude, I came back, walked into my home theater, and I looked at it and I said, "I still love you."
Hey, that's good.
Awesome.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
I had to remind myself that I needed to just fall back in love with my home theater.
That's awesome, man.
That rabbit hole, it's way deeper than you can ever imagine. We went to the Absolute AV room and saw that, Christie eclipse. It's like $450,000 for a projector. And they turned out the lights with that projector on, and I couldn't see my hand in front of my face.
Wow.
The black level on that thing is close to OLED black. It made no sense.
you need to like spend a house on it to get it. Is that what it is?
Yep. It made no freaking sense. Like I literally yesterday I kind of slept. I slept in the media room in my theater. I was just like, man, I'm just gonna chill here and just decompress. Just let all that excess just fall off me because but there's a lot of good things out there. The JVCs look really, really good. They have some type of update that they're pushing out for the latest series of the JVC.
Yep.
They are also touting, 4K 120 for JVC for gamers.
With low latency? Because that's the biggest thing with the projector, right? Input lag?
Yeah, I think Brad did ask about the VRR and the ALM, but I think they basically said no. The answer wasn't clear enough, but it was like saying no without saying no. It doesn't have it. But I think with the 4K 120, that's kind of what they were touting for that particular presentation.
Sure.
And there were a bunch of, there's a lot of great tech out there, man.
Okay, so I want to know about some of the audio experiences that you had. Like, were there any things where you're like, I've never heard anything like this before? Because they had some pretty crazy setups, right? Anything there where you're just like, this, I've never heard anything like this? Or is it mostly like, that sounds really good? But
no, the Steinway and Lindorf setup that they had, I think it was Absolute AV that actually had that one. That stuff is out of this world. It was so clean. And obviously, when you go to a place like this, you don't expect to have like the best calibration and things like that. But with the setup that they had, and I think even the room, they had to ship the room in from Italy or France or one of these two places and built that thing. And it was like $1 million room, but the Steinway and Lindorf, that speaker was so clean.
so is that what Don is talking about all the time with his the Lingdorf calibration? Is that what you're talking about, or are there specific speakers?
No, this is specific speakers. I think it's a combination of Steinway and Lindorf. They came together to make this.
Steinway, like the people that make the pianos?
Yeah. Steinway, they make those classic old school great grand pianos. So I think they work with Lindorf to set up this particular set of speaker brands. I can't remember the model, but I have that in one of my notes. But yeah, it is.
So what happened in that amazed you? You said it was clear, but like anything in particular, like, man, I've never heard anything like that before.
Bro, it's the clarity and the separation that just came with the speakers. You're sitting in this large room, and as much as you're staring at that Christie, right? When you walk into a room and there's a Christie eclipse, ideally all your attention will go to that projection image, right? But then the sound comes with it, and it's like you're torn. You're like, man, what
they're
is
equal. They're matching.
It's like, you're not sure which one you enjoyed. There was another room that we went into, right? It's like I didn't care about the audio because I was just carried away with the projector clarity, so that was the difference for me.
Yeah. Did you have any of that stuff where you felt like, obviously they had a ton of speakers all around you, right? Did you have any sensation where you felt like the sound was like coming close to you, or something like that? Because that's an argument we always have with Don. Like, I'm like, I don't know that it can make it necessarily come close to you. You can make it sound very precise where the speakers are, but it's really hard to make something sound like it's really like right here next to you.
Yeah, I'm not sure I felt that way, but we were in work mode, so a lot of our attention. It was only on the last day of CEDIA that we really just took time to
walk around and stuff,
back and relax. But for most of the rooms and the booths that we went into, we tried to get as much as we could, but our attention was making sure that we capture those shots and try to retain as much information, because you just had this flow of influx of information. They're telling you this,
tons of
that. Yeah. So you're trying to remember stuff without even having to write anything down. So a lot of the information we're providing feedback is just firsthand memory, right? We had to soak it in. Nobody really had time to start writing anything down. So I would probably have to go back to a lot of the videos that we recorded to kind of just get up to date with whatever information was provided. But yeah, I don't think I felt that type of sensation.
Okay.
Now with subwoofers,
Okay. All right. So you were impressed with the image on the Christie Eclipse projectors and the sound of these speakers. Any other ones that just stood out to you? Like, wow, like this, I have to say something about this. This is amazing.
There's this particular room that we went into. It's not a brand that I'm very familiar with, so I think Michael has a video of it that he's working on. I might need to check, but I think it was one of the first rooms that we went into. They had a really, really solid setup, but I think what impressed me most was a lot of the LED technologies that are out there, the micro LEDs. Those things are really, there's the 220 inch one that we saw for
Sony Crystal LED or whatever they call it.
Yep, and there was another one we took a look at that was almost like 17 foot or 7 foot. Like, it was really big, and the picture clarity on those things, it's like, wow, if you can afford them, it's like you might as well just go ahead and get that and not even worry about a smaller size OLED. So there's a lot of, technologies that are coming out there to the big screen.
Yeah. Well, the issue with those direct displays, though, is you can't put any speakers behind it. So now you have to get that Trinov to do the two center channels above them, do the thing to make it come. So it's not like it's definitely cool, but it does have its drawbacks.
Yeah, you basically have to build a platform. Like with one of the ones we saw, the screen had to be higher, and then they had this array of speakers below lined up below it. But
I saw that. I saw a picture of that. Who did that? Who did that? Wisdom Audio.
Yeah, I think it was Wisdom Audio, right? But it was so clear, because once you treat your room and you have that quality of speakers, whether it's behind the screen or probably a little bit lower, it might not really
matter. That might not matter. Yeah.
Yeah, because most of them had trained up, mod VR and all of that.
So here's a question from KG. What was the go-to movie/content that was used to test across all of the systems? And is it safe to say that Top Gun Maverick was like, you guys saw that over and over?
So I haven't seen Top Gun yet because I'm waiting to finish up my home theater. And, there's a lot of movies I haven't seen in the last year plus 18 months, just because I want to sit back and enjoy them. I saw so much of Top Gun, I almost feel like I can tell the story now.
I saw a bunch of clips and I was just like, from CEDIA, I was just like, oh man, is this Top Gun in every demo room?
It was like a Top Gun sponsored event. It was every room had Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise sponsored CEDIA.
Yep. And what's the great musical, The Greatest Showman?
It's Great Showman. Yeah,
that was really, really great.
I hate that demo. You know why? On certain things, you can see that they're lip syncing. So why do you want to use this as a demo?
I actually thought it was maybe as a result of one or two of the rooms. Now that you said it, that makes sense because
they're lip syncing. Yeah,
room.
Yeah.
It was quite obvious.
So when I went to a Sony event, and this is when they were doing that, Sony TV as the center channel, and they used that too. And I'm like, well, it looks off. Like, why are you using that? They're lip syncing. It's off. Yeah. So anyway. So what else? Top Gun, Greatest Showman. What else will they use?
Greatest Showman. Which one now? Dune. We saw a lot of Dune. What's the Ford versus Ferrari? That one was really, really good. There were a lot of the scenes that they used for the driving, that really make a great demo, So I think those are the movies that we saw, that tend to just were all over the place.
Did you see anything that was just announced that is like, whoa, that's a big deal? Something new. I'm sure a lot of stuff was announced and we weren't there, so you have to deliver that to us.
I would say a lot of Denon and Moran's receivers that are coming out, obviously the leaks. But I think just coming down to the consumer level, right, for stuff that most of us would probably get our hands on before the Sony 220-inch screen, SVS has an in-wall subwoofer coming out.
I saw that too, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a chance to listen to it. Even though it was out in the open, it sounded really clean. It's something that I'm kind of excited just to see because we know them, for their subwoofers, so it will be great to kind of see what they have going on with that. I also had the opportunity to meet the engineer behind the Denon A1H. I'm not sure if that's the correct name.
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, I think very honest human guy. You would have walked past him if you saw him 10 times, but really cool guy. So yeah, there's a lot of tech, out there, but I would really just have to go back to a lot of the videos that we were taking. I think total.
That's the thing. Like, when I was doing CEDIA, and the last one I was at was Denver, and like, I just had booth shoot. Like, I barely had time to like walk around. Like I got to see booths before, since I was pressed, I got to get in like 30 minutes before they actually opened the doors. So I like was running around, like seeing some stuff. So it's tough, man, to try and like balance.
Yeah,
so,
I think first day we had about 4 shoots. The second day was like 5. In total, it was probably between 12 to 15 shoots that, each of them probably took about an hour or 30 minutes. Especially the ones with the interviews. Then you go back and you do the B-rolls and, Youth Man is getting stopped every 45 seconds by somebody that knows him from, outer space.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, there was a lot of activities going on, but it was really a great event, and I think what impressed me most was just getting to meet a lot of these guys. I was able to do a quick chat with Nick from SVS, very down to earth guy, and we talked. And I actually have I won't call it an interview, but we had a chit chat just talking about CEDIA and his home theater journey. And I'm actually trying to process that video right now and get it uploaded to my channel. But getting to meet a lot of the guys, Chris Seymour. I also had a chat with Simon from OSD.
Oh, Simon! I can't wait to meet that guy in person, man.
Yeah, I actually interviewed him. I think we spoke for about 20 to 30 minutes. Really down to earth. So that was what impressed me most, was being able to meet all these guys and just see how, just how open and down to earth, and how you can easily just have a conversation with a lot of them. So I think that to me, that was the highlight of it.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to find your channel. I don't know if you need to get your channel name, Ike, because it's hard to find you.
Yeah, that's because it's a brand new channel.
Easy
man.
HD Tech. We need to blow up your channel so you could get that channel name. Make it easy to find you.
I found it, dude. I just found it. What are you doing wrong, Joe?
I don't know.
It's easy. If you type in Easy HD Tech, is there not a lot of other ones that come up too?
Is it the one that's got you in a hat?
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, bring it up. Let's put a link.
I got it. Check out Ike's channel. I'll drop the link and then bring it up.
Ike always dropping all kinds of knowledge, not just home theater knowledge, but like who you should and shouldn't argue with on the streets, right? Ike, that's what we talk about in the after show. Don't argue with people who look that are crazy, because then other people will think that you're also crazy. That's the knowledge that you dropped on me.
There's a CEDIA recap video, day one. Look at that. Got home theater builds.
Yeah, I have a couple of videos that I should put out there. The interview with Chris, with Simon, and there's a whole bunch of them. I just need to figure out this whole editing stuff, man. Editing is not fun.
No, it can be here and there, but like all in all, it's a huge time consuming process.
Yeah, it can be. So I need to just come up with a workflow that would allow it to to work out well. And the irony of it was, when I got home this morning, I sent you guys a text message, right? I had a childhood friend of mine hit me up from back home. He's like, "Hey, dude, you went to CEDIA?" And I was like, "You were at CEDIA?" He's like, "No, I saw you. I follow a couple of guys on YouTube, and I saw your picture on there." I was like, "Who?" And he's like, "Oh, Youth Man and Techno Dad." And I was like, I called him quickly, man. And he's like, "Yeah, man, I've been following them." And he's back home in Nigeria, So I was like, wow, it's you never know, how far and wide what you guys do.
Yeah, man.
And it's like, you guys motivated him, and he built a 7.1.4 system. I think it's a triad system and all of that. And he's interested in the acoustics and wanting to just set up his system properly and all of that. And I was like, wow, okay, somebody's watching you guys from Nigeria, so that's a good thing.
Make sure to check out our audio-only version of the podcast at anchor.fm/Daily HiFi, or just go to your favorite podcasting service and search for Daily HiFi.